is using the different types of the modern products. Modern products. So how these nanotechnology molecules, the macro molecules which convert into micro molecules, visible to invisible. So invisibles are nothing but according to chemistry atoms. Atom means which is non-cuttable, indivisible. Okay, atoms combine and molecules form. Combination of the molecules which converted into the substances. The substances which converted into the matter. That matter converted to three types: gaseous state, liquid state, solid state. So that's the chemistry course. So coming to the point, olden days there was a telephone surgery and lamp surgery. Okay. So simply saying that there is no chips, here it is chips. There is no metals, here it is metals. So it is an innovation point from long back days to nowadays. So simply saying that here it is, it doesn't work on Saturdays. Only current passes. So then after what happens? Days are coming and here it has plastics, polyelastic plastic instead of transistors and different types of the material. So large size which converted into small size. So this is innovation. Simply saying that it is applicable for the physics along with chemistry. So in this world, everything is manufactured with chemistry. Any substance, anything, chemistry to tayari physics to panicheste, and they are selling by calculated by mass. All these are under chemical. So this is definition of ABC and YBC. So if you say anything, I can show that in that chemistry functions. Anything. What we are eating, what we are using, what we are not conscious, everything is related with the chemistry. And the one says physics. So I have applied that physical part. Okay, in this physical part, what happens? The physical modifications are there. So all this physical modification up to scanning point. QR. What is QR? So in this also nanotechnology is there. When you capture the signals which comes from the satellites. The satellites is easy to capture the signals. So satellite to cell phone towers to the QR screen. If there is no signals, there is no work functions. So మనం అప్పుడు గ్రౌండ్ ఫ్లోర్ వెళ్తాం. అక్కడ సిగ్నల్ రాదు. ఎందుకు రాదు అంటే అక్కడ ఆక్సిజన్ సప్లై తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. So oxygen is nothing but which is ready to release the photons, gain the electrons. So oxygen supply ఎక్కువ ఉంటే సిగ్నల్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది సార్, ఆక్సిజన్ సప్లై తక్కువ ఉంటే సిగ్నల్స్ తక్కువ ఉంటాయి. So simply saying that nanotechnology which applies to the air, water, all the metals. So next one is the physical part. These are the two types of glasses. So one glass is normal glass and the common glass. Cheap cost. The next one is the nano-coated glass. What's the difference in between these two, sir? You observe easily. So in this, the rays are directly enters into the eye when we wear the glass. Okay. But from this, there is no entry of the rays. So the harmful rays are there, like that ultraviolet rays, different types of the harmful rays. Those are directly enters into the eye. But from this, there is no entry of the rays, harmful rays. So these are the one physical part. So working with physics, manufacturing with chemistry. Glass, nanoparticles, NA2, CO2, sodium carbonate, which is greater. So this is not a glass. It is plastic, polyelastic plastic, which have the chemical formula CH2 double bond CH2. Poly plus ethylene, polyethylene, carbons, gas, everything. Polyelastic plastic. So these are two innovations. Next one is that. Solar. So I am closing that back page. Next I am starting with that solar panel. So just I started this solar. But in this solar there is no electrons, there is no electricity. When the sun will directly pass on the solar will ready to release the electrons to the LED bulb. So instead of that sunlight, I am using the common light. So look at it. So the light rays passes on the solar panel. That solar panel releases the electrons into the LED bulb. So we can use that solar panel systems. In this also nanotechnology is there. So how the nanotechnology works? Micro particles are there inside of this. So it is made up of with the aluminum metal and hydrochloric acid. which have the copper, which have the platinum. So these are the elements inside of the solar planets. So solar planet is nothing but energy. Energy is converted into heat. Heat is converted into electricity. Electricity, in that word the answer is there. Electrons, flow of electrons from cathode to anode. Then the current passes. Okay, sir. So this is second innovation. So it is physical part. Now I am going to describe you, sir. That is how the memory is. How the memory is. How we call it as GBs. Gigabytes.
Yes, yes.
But once upon a time there is no memory cards. Once upon a time there is no gigabytes, megabytes, terabytes, whatever it will be. So once upon a time there is a large size with small memory. But nowadays smallest size
Large
with the
memory.
biggest, largest memory.
Yes.
This is nanotechnology. So there is no metals inside of this. Okay, so nanotechnology completely depending upon the carbon atoms. Carbon atoms. So carbon atoms with silicons, along with metals, along with the chemicals. So this is a nanotechnology. So how that cassette has the largest size, smallest memory, only audios, there is no videos. Then after VCD was came. Next after CDs, next after DVDs, next after pen drives, next CDs. Right now also microchips are there.
Yes.
Microchips. So microchips which have the more terabytes, more units inside of that microchip. Like this diagram about that memory. Okay, so this complete description about that how the memory was enlarged from large size to small size. So this is one thing, sir. Next thing is that it is not a toy car, sir. It is a Tesla car. How I am saying that Tesla car, which functions with that radio signals, wave functions. It is also physics part. So in the Tesla car, there is no need of human beings. There is no need of the driver. If you sit in the car, just you say that where you want to go.
Yes.
Just the car will follow the instructions from the satellite to cell towers to cars. So this is a new innovation of the nanotechnology. But olden days, present days, there is a driver needed cars. In Tesla cars, there is no need of the drivers. Why? Because nanotechnology. And also in these cars nowadays, we are using the Teflon coat and also nano coat. What is nano coat, Teflon coat? Which will resist the water. What is resist? Stop the water particles enter inside of the body. If you dip this Tesla car inside of the water does not rust that metallic particles. If you enter it in the mud, that mud will not enter into the body of the car. This is the one physical and chemical reactions which follow in the Tesla car, and also which works with the signals. How the signals are working? Simply saying that in olden days, when the car was break down or stopped or punctured, we have to use that another vehicle to push up that car. But nowadays, we are using that electronic things. How it works? How it works is simply here in our air, which have the oxygens, nitrogens, hydrogens, different types of the elements are there. The concept of that air is that which is ready to release the electrons. That electrons will be captured by the cell towers, and the cell towers will function by the satellites. Okay, sir. So these are signals, radio waves, because of radio waves. So these are one functions. Next one is that water resistance particles. If you look at that, this pan, there is no abstraction, there is no attraction of the water inside of this because of Teflon coat. Teflon coat. What is Teflon? It is completely water resistance particles. The formula of Teflon is that CF2 single bond CF2 taken N. So number of carbons which followed by the fluorine atoms. So which does not attracted by the oil, does not attracted by the water particles. So that's a Teflon coat. And next one is that waterproof glasses and waterproof substances. If you dip this paper inside of the water does not absorb by the papers. Why? Because there is a nanoparticles. and rain-proof, waterproof substances are present inside of these substances. Next one is that water purifier. So simply saying that general water which converted into mineral water. Simply saying that first of all it filters in the large amount. Then after small amount. Then after small amount. Just I told you that macro particles which converted into micro particles. First it filters large particles. Then after small particles. Then after smallest particles. If there any type of the substances are present that was filtered inside of these condensers. So general water which converted into mineral water through these condensers. This is one of the physical applications. Nowadays everything is connected to the nanotechnology. Next one is that nanotechnology applicable for physics, nanotechnology applicable for chemistry, nanotechnology which applicable for biology. So how the biology which functions? One of these are textiles. So if you pour the water on side of this, the water particles will observe on this side. But coming to here, there is no absorption of the water particles on this side. What is the difference in these two sides? In one side, there is no water resistance particles, there is no carbon particles, there is no nanoparticles, there is no different types of the layers. The carbon layers accumulated together. Simply saying that if it is a microscope, your eye is a microscope, each dot is nothing but one carbons. So the carbon particles which accumulate together and they will stop and they will resist to the water, dust, mud, everything which does not enter into these substances. So one of this. What is the use of this technology? If you went to the rain, if you went to the work functions inside of the water, raincoat, umbrellas, all these are having that carbons along with silicons. Along with the silicons. So that is the uses of the nanotechnology applied by these textiles. Next one is the biomedicines. So everything is common, medicine and biomedicine. What is the difference? When you consume that medicines, once upon a time, that medicine tablet which containing calcium ions inside of this. Why we are using calcium? Sunnam Suddha antam. అది ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తారు కెమికల్ ఫార్ములాలో అంటే యాక్చువల్గా పసరసం ఆకు రసం పసరసం తాగితే మనకి చేదుగా ఉంటుంది. సో వెన్ దట్ కెమికల్ కాంపౌండ్స్ కెమికల్ ఫార్ములా ఇంజెక్టెడ్ టు ద కాల్షియం, but the calcium is that simply saying that there is no taste to the calcium. There is no taste to the calcium. సో చప్పగా ఉంటుంది కాల్షియం. ఆ చప్పగా ఉండడం వల్ల ఈ కెమికల్ ఫార్ములా యాడ్ చేస్తే ఆ టాబ్లెట్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే చేదుగా ఉన్న టేస్ట్ దానిలో డైజెస్ట్ చేస్తుంది. టాబ్లెట్ ఫస్ట్ చేదు పోతుంది. ఆ టాబ్లెట్ వేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి ఏదైతే సబ్స్టెన్స్ నీడ్ ఉందో ఫార్ములా ఆ డ్రగ్, టాబ్లెట్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ డ్రగ్స్, వన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డ్రగ్స్. So the drugs enters into the body and it decomposes intestinal and it enters into the blood. But if you consume lot of tablets, after years together, there is a calcium particles are stabilized intestinal parts and digested. మైకేల్ జాక్సన్ చనిపోవడం తను కూడా కొన్ని రీజన్. తన ఫుడ్ తక్కువ, టాబ్లెట్స్ ఎక్కువ తీసుకున్న సంవత్సరాలు కొన్ని స్లిమ్నెస్ కోసం అది ఎఫెక్ట్ పడి చనిపోయాడు. అది అలా కావద్దు అంటే బయోమెడిసిన్ కావాలి. అది కావద్దు అంటే బయోమెడిసిన్ కావాలి. ఈ బయోమెడిసిన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటంటే విచ్ వాజ్ కోటెడ్ విత్ ద allurar layer. Allurar layer. Yes, allurar layer. Where this allurar layer is present? If you see the rice grain, బియ్యం గింజ తీసుకుంటే ప్యూర్ రైస్ గ్రెయిన్ కి బయట ఉండే కోటింగ్ కి మధ్యలో allurar layer ఉంటుంది. దాని సింపుల్ తెలుగులో తౌలు అంటారు. తౌలు which is having the high nutrients. So that nutrients will be coated with bioscience, biomedicines. And one thing is